Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Dave coming to you from the middle of the dog yard. We got Echo coming by to say hi. She's down here, and the others are over there. Anyway, we'll show you guys some more dogs in a little bit, as always, I'm sure. It is, it's about 3 o'clock on Thursday afternoon, and it is just one of these crazy, glorious, hey, Chance. It's a crazy, glorious March. It's like 75 degrees, slight breeze. We have big weather coming in this afternoon. We're supposed to get here about 4 or 5 o'clock. So I thought I'd get out here and enjoy a cigar with you guys. So you've seen these before in the past. My channel, the Cohiba Black. These are not budget friendly. The Partagas Black are relatively friendly. But anyway, these things come in their own like aluminum capsule. And it's got an individual cedar wrapper inside. And I just learned a trick, and then I flat cut this thing today. But I understand you're supposed to take this out and you use this strip to light your cigar. I did not know that. I learned that in the lounge this last trip. So it's windy out though, so we're gonna see if this has any shot at working. I'll have to come back to you. Well, I don't want to start a fire with that. Be careful with that on the grass. And relatively successful. Probably shouldn't do this stuff on camera. I just tell you what I did and show you the success at the end. Probably should light these in the house. Anyway, I think we did a pretty good job. I'm pretty happy with that. Given the wind, you can see I don't know if you can see the smoke just getting pulled off of there. So I've got you facing the exact opposite way of normal. Normally I sit right over there, and you guys pretty much look that way. Today I've got you looking back into the dog yard so you can see 80% of the dog yard behind me. And of course, all the dogs are now up where I usually sit, so. It's like they're camera shy or something. Anyway, this is what the band looks like, Cohiba Black. This is a nice stick. It's very, it's bold and spicy and it's full of flavor. It doesn't punch you in the face like a Partagas Black does. But if you like a bold stick, I recommend them. So I decided to show you. I always talk about my combat dogs in training. And we got 4 foxholes going on out here. There's actually more, but these 4 are the easiest to show you. There's Sasha. Here comes Finn. Finn has grown up. He's a big old 80, 85 pounder now. And there's Echo taking a pee. And Chance just out wandering, outstanding in his field, as they say. So my time frame shifts when I get here because the 2 hours different really make a difference in the morning. So when I get up in Wyoming at 5 o'clock, by 7 I have to be rolling. Here, I get up at 5 o'clock and I don't need to be rolling till 9 for my day trading stuff. So here I have a lot more time. So I've started, one of you guys was asking about my reading because it's on my 2025 goal list. So I'm reading 30 to 45 minutes every morning now, and then I've got a good 45 minutes to an hour with the wife for coffee. So those are big changes to my morning routine out here because of the time change. So it's a kinder, gentler start to the morning, that's for sure. Feels weird not to be rolling with all my screens and everything till 9 o'clock. But make good use of the time. It's nice to spend the time with Amory. We had a great little dinner date last night, just two of us. A good morning coffee this morning. So anyway, life at home is good, and that was goal number one, right? Don't screw up the relationship with my wife and my kids as I try these other goals. So far so good. There's three of them just laying together. I don't know why, but they do love each other. So Sasha on the left, Finn in the middle, and Echo on the right. They do like each other. And then over here, we have Chance being Chance. He thinks he's the watchdog of the group. So I'm rebuilding the bag that I lost. So the other one was green. So I've got cigar tool on order and a new torch on order. What a screw up. I might have left it in the Wyoming house. And then today I leave the microphone in the car paddock, in the paddock. So total screw up, man. I'm such an old man. When my routine gets off, I screw things up. Like I'm used to just grabbing my green bag, stuffing a cigar in it in the car paddock, bringing that green bag here, and everything I need is in it. Mics, tools, lighters, cigar, everything. And until I get that rebuilt, I'm gonna be a mess. I should be more like a Marine, adapt, overcome. But I'm more of a routine guy. I'm the guy where the car key goes on the same hook every night, and the wallet goes in the same place on the shelf. Same shelf, same place every day. Reading glasses go on the desk at a certain place. It's just, for some reason, that cleanliness, that order, that structure helps me be a better thinker and be more creative. Chaos messes with me. I find it hard to be creative or productive in messy, chaotic environments. I find it hard to explain how good the sun feels. The wind's picked up. It's 15, 20 miles an hour right now, but the sun, the warmth of the sun after spending 2 months in Wyoming, it's crazy. And I see my camera is picking up my beautiful, natural Irish complexion. Beautiful, ruddy, white man. Wow, to be able to sit outside in a t-shirt. It's 75 degree, no humidity, breeze is blowing. Man, it feels good to be out here. I think the dark side of March is coming back. Hey, girl. Echo's coming to say hi. I think the dark side of March is going to show up here in a couple hours, but sure was nice yesterday and today, that's for sure. So when I got the wind blowing, I get a little bit of a canoe action going. It's hard to maintain it. Having a nap in the mud holes. So it's a recurring theme on this channel, but I sure hope, and as a direct question I ask you, do you have an hour to go sit out in the middle of your yard in the sunshine? Smoke a cigar or your pipe? Watch your dogs? No phone calls, no texts. Just enjoy your life for 1 hour. hope you do. I hope you can make that kind of time. Not an hour a day. I know that's probably unrealistic for most people. But an hour every few days, once or twice a week. You know, no wife, no honeydews, no kids, no chores, no to-do lists, no calendar. Just an hour in the sunshine enjoying life. I sure hope you do. It does change you when you sit back and just realize for even an hour how good life really is. We all have bad things that happen in life on a day-to-day basis, but overall life is pretty damn good. And sometimes it just takes a quiet moment with a nice cigar and your pets, your dogs, out in the middle of your yard. To try to remember that. I hope you get it. If you don't, try to make something happen. Today's Thursday. Over the next 3 days, can you fit an hour in where you just sit quietly and enjoy your smoke? I sure hope so. So yesterday we gave you a couple examples of how people in our community show me how the economy really is right now. And so my kids are teaching me too. My daughter, who goes to Ringling School of Art and Design, which is recognized by Disney and Pixar as the #1 school for computer animation in the country. My daughter's graduating May. She'll either be #1 or #2 in her class, and even she, she's struggling to even get interviews, much less a job. So she's gotten 4 or 5, which is a big deal. But yeah, when you're one of the best in your graduating class nationally and you have trouble getting interviews, that's it's a tough economy. And then my son, who's been with this company 2 years now, and he's about to get promoted. He had to go through his first staff layoff. He's never experienced that before. I don't think he was ever a threat. He was never worried personally, but he got to see some of his team, maybe half of his team, get released for lack of work or lack of commitment or lack of productivity. So that was kind of weird for him. So both my kids are seeing the harder economy out there right now. And I'll flip the coin right over and talk about the good side. So my son flew down to Sarasota to spend my daughter's spring break together. They went to Disney World. Then he was home for 4 days, and now he's flown to Eugene, Oregon to see our other daughter, our adopted daughter, who's not adopted, but we've adopted her. And it's just great. Our 3 kids, they get along so well. They go do things together without us prodding, without any prompting from mom and dad. Hey, you should call your sister or go see your brother. Or the 3 of them do things together without us. Sometimes we find out about it when we get pictures. It's really cool. Amory gets all the credit from having 2.5 or 3 great kids. She stayed home the minute she found out she was pregnant with Sean. She's in 2000. She stayed home from that day till this day. So all our kids turned out great, and I really give her all the credit for that. So another recurring theme, especially over the fireside chats there in Wyoming over the last 60 days, was, are you providing leadership? Are you the leader of your family? Financially, responsibility-wise, getting things done. Be somebody you can consistently be relied upon to make things happen. It's a tough question to ask yourself. Not only are you taking care of your own goals, but are you being a leader for those around you? And we had a good example of that today. So totally flip side on that is, I've been working with the lady who cleans our house, Marva. Been working with her for about 5 years now. She came to me 5 years ago and said, I need a better life. And I've talked about her in the past. We worked her through a divorce and remortgaged her house. help her with understanding finances and debt and all that. And she came to me and said, I'm a much stronger person than I was when I first came to you. And where that fits into today's video is, if you're not strong, if you're not the leader, can you recognize when someone's taking advantage of you? Because if you're weak, not the leader, you'll find those closest to you and your family, closest to your friends, actually will take advantage of you. Sometimes intentionally because they know you're weak, and sometimes unintentionally. It's very needy, very sticky, and if you're a little bit weak yourself, you'll fall prey to that and end up spending a lot of time being a crutch for someone rather than giving them the hand up or teaching them how to fish. They just want you to keep handing them fish every day. So that's something that we have to be careful of too, is am I being a leader and being able to help people and lead people out of bad situations, but not become someone that just hands fish out to people all the time and end up being used ourselves. It's a fine line. I'm not sure how to define that yet. That'll probably have to be a future video, wouldn't it? So I think our last time today on today's video will be sort of a CEO/life lesson, or item number 1. Will be the only one today. One of you guys asked me if I'd talk about businesses that lost clients because of bad decisions or stupid decisions, and I want to open that up a little bit and talk about it from a life perspective, because not everybody on this channel owns their own business. And so the question is, how much are you hurting your life because of bad, stupid, or unthought out decisions? Do you buy things without thinking it through? Do you take vacations without thinking it through? Do you quit jobs without thinking it through? Do you try to change careers without thinking it through? Do you get involved in dating or other relationships without really thinking it through? Those are the dangerous ones. And yeah, it applies explicitly to businesses. Businesses that make bad decisions and end up losing clients. That was something my CEO coach, Keith Cunningham, taught me, was how big would your company be if you had never lost a client? A lot of times businesses are so worried about finding their next client, they forget. It's kind of like my goal is to not screw this one up while I pursue this one. Sometimes CEOs and businesses forget, but while you search for your new clients, your next sale, you have to maintain the ones you have. And then for us as people, as individuals, can we keep our life going as we take on new decisions, or do we think through the decisions before we do it? It's the ready, fire, aim mentality that I'm trying to get us to avoid. Do we think through the longer term decisions of buying that new house, buying that new car, taking that big vacation, and not really thinking through the ramifications to 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now? So I thought it was a good question, and I'll have to put some more thought into it, but I thought it was worth mentioning here. I thought it was a good enough question. But I think it has far more to do with life than just business. Are we making well thought out, well-reasoned decisions before taking the decision or implementing it externally? I find that good decision-making and critical thinking skills are two of the most evaporating skill sets in the world today. All right, guys, I'm down to the nubby. Probably long enough video for the Dogyard. So just say we'll wrap this up. So hope you had a great Thursday. Hope you got a good Friday in front of you. Hope you got a good weekend in front of you. Hope next week's already planned out for you. And with that, I'll ask that God bless your life, that He turn His ear to your prayer, that He make His face shine upon you, and that He bless your life like He has mine. All right, goodbye, everybody. We'll talk tomorrow on Friday.